So, Father, I just want to again thank you for tonight, Father. I thank you for this invitation to learn these things about your creativity and these realms that are inside of you and inside of us, Father. So together we step in, Father, and our hearts are open, our eyes are open, our ears are open, Father. And we just seek you. We wait on you, Father. Immediately, I saw a huge yellow, you know, on the cartoons where they do sort of that, when you hear bam, like when somebody punches somebody, you'll see it written with a little,
Yes, yes.
something like that. I saw that in yellow. I didn't see the word bam, but I saw that in yellow. Do you know what I'm talking about, Linda?
Yeah, absolutely. My son has one of those signs in on a metal. Yeah.
What do you call them? I don't even know what
it's a
bubble.
Yeah,
kind of like a bubble.
Yeah, bubble words, like a
bubble words.
Okay.
Comics, like a comic would have those above their head, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So we thank you for that, Father. And I would have to say that I'm also seeing red kind of outline that on the inside. Father, please don't tell us you're going to teach us how to design comic books.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
I think what I sense with that is it's about our words.
Oh, okay.
What we speak, because in that form, that's always in the form. If you're reading, when you see those, it's there's words inside of it. It's when somebody's speaking.
Yeah. Good point. And you know, Linda, if you're getting something completely different, that's totally cool. We just
right. Yeah.
So don't.
Yeah.
You know, don't hold back. Just say what you're getting.
Yeah. Well, right at the very beginning, I saw the cloud of witnesses.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is, maybe it wasn't the cloud of witnesses. I'm still learning about this stuff, but there was a lot of conversation and going back and forth. And it was like being in it was like being in a courtroom. They were getting ready to listen to us. Yeah, there's just, and it was very like a lot of excitement and a lot of, you know, just the pre, just, it was like anticipation of us, which I love that, because, you know, this is happening right now. Yeah.
And Jill, when you were saying for Linda to feel free to share, I immediately saw a very thin, tall ladder going up. It was a brown ladder, and it was just wide enough for one person to climb up. very skinny and very long, like it was just ascending way up. That's all I saw. Was going into all darkness. I didn't see colors. The only color I saw was the actual ladder was brown.
Do you feel like, you guys, do you feel like it's there for us to climb up single file, or what are you thinking? Is anybody getting anything? We need to wait a minute.
I think I actually think you were telling Linda to say something if she needed to. I wonder if she's not supposed to lead us up there to maybe where that cloud of witnesses is. But that's just my input.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
So Linda, you go first, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe share what you're seeing, hearing, sensing, anything.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, I'm just really feeling an incredible surge of power in my back.
Really?
Like my back being lifted with this incredible, like, surge of energy.
I feel it too.
Do you feel
I
that?
feel it in my body, more in my arms. I was going to say that I felt an immediate change in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
High energy.
Yeah, very, very much. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing I'm starting to come out of the darkness and I'm seeing some color. I see blue. I see this iridescent blue. Just like a real deep pool of blue and red. Yeah. Blue and red. Is anyone seeing anything?
Not yet.
When you said that, of course I saw it. What struck me, for me, there was a lot of stillness. I would say stillness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really quiet. Yeah.
Let me ask, where do you see the color? Is it like painted across in front of us, or did you just sort of see it?
I'm seeing it in the distance.
In the distance.
We're heading into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're heading into it. It's almost like I'm seeing it as an artist palette. It's just like these colors are almost like tangible, like we're going to be able to enter inside these colors.
Yeah, that's what I was sensing as well.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
And then I heard becoming the colors.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is gonna go somewhere. I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
That's talking. That's why they're having a very speedy. The cloud of witnesses are really talking fast. Like, yeah, something's gonna happen when we become this color. Oh. I see green. I see a really beautiful iridescent green now.
Okay.
Do you see it in like a cloud form, or do you see it as like like you said, a palette? Because when I got up to the top of the ladder, I felt like I was in clouds. I hadn't
Yeah.
seen color. I almost saw white. I was just in like white clouds. But I feel like off to the left is where you saw the color, almost like a hallway or a doorway to go in there.
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
just curious how you were seeing it, if I was
A
following
Yeah,
you
wasn't
guys.
doorway?
clearly.
Is that what you said? A doorway?
I said, well, she said it was, we were heading down that way. It was almost like, to me, I saw like a hallway off to the left leading to that color. That's what I was just wondering what she saw.
No, we can go through that doorway.
And somebody joined us. It says,
Yeah,
Maria?
I see two people here. There's Maria. Welcome, Maria. You don't have a microphone. You might want to leave and come back in so that you can participate. And then GB, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
So I can, do I call you GB or is
You can call me Gail. I've been unable to change that.
Okay, Gail. I'll give you a like a quick rundown of what we've seen so far. We didn't get, we just got started just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
We saw the cloud of witnesses, and they were like talking a lot, like and there was anticipation about something that was going on. They may have been in like a court of heaven room. We not real sure. We saw, this is sort of hard to explain, but in a cartoon where if somebody says something, they sort of outline it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we saw that outlined in yellow, and then we saw it again, and it was outlined on the inside in red. So, and then there was a real skinny brown ladder that went straight up, and it was kind of dark all around, like mystery,
Okay. Yeah.
So we decided we needed to climb up, single file, one by one. And as we were cleaning up or climbing up, we felt like a surge of high energy. And then we noticed like some different colors, the blue iridescent, red and green. And then Jessica, you said that you saw them almost like clouds with a door.
Well, when I came up, leveling up, she was seeing color. I felt like I stepped up into a white clouds. And when she said the color, I felt like I saw that off to the left. And then you asked her, and she said we're heading towards it. So I felt like it was almost like a hallway, like off to the left. Personally, that's how I saw it. And then she said it was kind of like an artist palette almost. And then Jill, you said that you felt like we were going to become, or you heard that we were going to become the colors or something. So
yeah, somehow it's a mystery, right?
And that's where we're at.
Yeah. That's where we is. Shoot.
It's very creative so far.
I love that. Can I say something?
Of course, please do. Yeah.
So I'm an artist, and a friend of mine told me about this group, and this is the first time I've tuned in. And I've been struggling for, I'm just going to be honest, a couple of years on what do I release. I've been doing a lot of prophetic things, and anyhow, I finally came to the understanding that what would really give me pleasure right now is to just paint this rainbow color circle-ish thing with the white glowing in the middle. I love it. I've painted it before. People get released into things when I do it, and I'm just going to do it.
You do it. Just go for it. This is a little different. I'll just briefly tell you, we were talking before the meeting started, and Originally this started like as an artist ascension. And then it's kind of morphed. It is an artist ascension, but also I just had a real strong feeling that the Lord is wanting to teach us how to create. I mean, really teach us how to do that. So there's kind of like, you know, however you're led, if, you know, whatever, however Holy Spirit leads you. So we'll see what happens here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and welcome, Diane. All right. Okay, so where were we again?
I think, were we going to head into the hallway, enter the hallway with the
I think
colors?
Okay.
Go towards the colors, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jill, do you want to, we all lock arms and?
Yeah, you lead us the way God shows you.
Okay, so I just see us now, we went single file up the ladder, but I sense that we'll lock arms, we're all new to each other, and we're all going to walk down this hallway towards color. And it's interesting because I feel like we're almost on a bridge. As I'm saying that to you guys, I feel like we're walking across a bridge to a different realm that has color, because I see blackness on the bridge around me, but I see color in front of us. So I'm just going to count to 4, and at 4, we're going to step into that next realm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step in.
You know what I heard as soon as we did that? I heard like a loud pop. Maybe
wow.
even the sound of a cork. Maybe even the sound of a cork.
That's so cool. I heard the word gateway.
Whoa. Wow.
I almost feel like I'm falling and there's nowhere to go. But I'm not, you know, like I don't feel afraid or anything, but
oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself moving or just have that sensation?
No, I see it. I can see myself. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm just looking around wondering, where am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it spinning at all, Linda? Do you feel like it's maybe like a wormhole or like a black hole? Like, that's what I sense that it is.
Yeah, I got
asking the Lord if he was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I heard too. I was wondering if he was taking us back in time or forward in time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I immediately thought back in time, but I didn't know if that was my logic, so I didn't want to lean anything. So maybe we'll just.
We can write it down and see what, you know, if there's something we need to do with it. So we'll just make a note. I myself kind of feel like I am spinning also. Swirling more, not spinning quickly, but slowly. And I do sort of feel a downward sensation. I almost feel as if the Lord is doing his best to remove any logic from us at this time. Turning it upside down and like have no
That's
clue.
very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
In reality, yes.
Yes, in reality, yes, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the words time travel. Time travel.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Hallelujah.
What time is it, Lord? Mm, which time is it? What it's an era. Mm. Mm.
I feel
Mm.
like I got to see the outside of what we're in, and it was like going through space, but we went down a little bit, but then it almost like a horn. You guys have seen like a shofar, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it goes,
Yeah.
like we started to go down, but then it swooped up and it's curling, like it swooped up and started to kind of curve and go off to the right. Like it's almost like I'm outside of it and I could see it. And it
Ooh.
was like it went down, but it wasn't down, down, down. It went down a little bit and then it swooped up and it's going back over to the right in like a linear way. But it's a very tubular, and it's very long. I think we might be in this little place for a little while, unless it moves faster. It was a long, like it's taking us somewhere. Yeah.
Wow. I can see that too. Yeah.
Wow.
I just got this. It's going off to the right. Right is future, left is the past. I think it's going off into the future.
Mm.
I actually just saw us break through a very clear, the tube. I'm still seeing the outside of it. It broke through a clear veil type thing, and it exploded a bunch of colors as it did that, like electricity that shoots out. It was like we broke
Whoa.
through a barrier or something. Yeah.
I just heard that the barrier was time. We broke through the time barrier.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Now this sounds kind of silly, I know, but I've seen it for a while, so I'm just going to throw it out there. But I see a just humongous face, and at first I thought, is that the Lord? But I now feel like it's an angel, and I saw him him or her put their lips to the end of this tube horn thing, and they're just getting ready to blow.
Whoa. Oh my
Oh, that's
gosh,
cool.
that's unbelievable. Wow. Oh my goodness.
And for me, I felt like he did start to do that, and I felt myself do like a somersault in this thing, and I'm going forward, but the somersault thing is kind of what caught my attention. Why on earth would I do a somersault? I just curious, did anybody else see the angel blow or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the angel blow it, but I'm not quite sure where I am. or where we are at the moment. Yeah. It's to do with
Before
gravity.
you said the blowing, I saw myself just floating all of a sudden. Everything stopped going forward, and we broke through the time
Yeah,
barrier, and then all of a sudden I was floating.
yeah. That's exactly
I have
what
a
I think.
hummingbird right above my head. Sorry,
It's my
he's
eagle.
buzzing around me. I'm far away from the hummingbird feeders, by the way. I'm on a whole nother side of the house in the shade. Just came buzzing around when we talked about that.
That's funny.
Wow. Yeah, there's no gravity here. Like this is where out there, right? Way out there. Cool.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Hebrew letters. I've just started to learn them, but Aleph keeps coming up. Aleph is that black space, and I just wanted to put that out there, that I just keep sensing Aleph.
All right, write it down. I got it.
Aleph,
Yeah.
And I will say, Jill, that one time I had the encounter in learning these letters that I encountered Aleph. Jesus took me up into the cleft of the cave. I mentioned this to you guys, and he introduced me to the spirit of wisdom. And immediately I became a translucent being. And Jesus told me, in my understanding, that he was going to go and wait for me while I interacted with wisdom. And he said to just go in her. The translucent being, I could see myself third party looking at I was completely clear being. I could see the outline of my spirit. And he said to just go inside of her. Once I entered and become her frequency, and once I did that, I got to see what she looked like. I could see her she was like a living being with flames of fire for almost like a dress, was just like living off of her. But it wasn't until I entered into her frequency that visual came about. And then I also sensed that he said to me, that's how it is when we, and this might have something to do with creative is we become the frequency of something. So like if you needed wisdom, I'd become, that's how it molecularly happens, like as a spirit being become the frequency of wisdom to give someone heavenly wisdom, or you become one with that. So I know that you said we were going to become one with the colors, and that immediately made me think of that. So
yeah, that's good. Yeah. So now
I feel go ahead.
I just saw another big angel open up a door on the side of this tube and just stick his head in there.
Hmm.
And he was just sort of laughing, like, isn't this fun? Isn't this?
I sense the Father said, you can go anywhere from here.
Mm. Yeah.
And I feel like anywhere is a specific place, like the town of anywhere or the city of anywhere.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm smelling butterscotch. Butterscotch. And I think it's a Scottish sweet, isn't it? Is it a Scottish or an English sweet? Candy, lolly?
Yeah, it has a flavor. It's similar to caramel, but different.
Yeah.
I love butterscotch.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really eat it, but that's a place. You know, when you said anywhere, I got the words anywhere is somewhere.
Oh, yes.
And then who was it that talked about the rainbow? Something to do with the rainbow. That somewhere is over the rainbow and we are actually over that rainbow. Maybe no one said something about the rainbow.
I did. I talked about the rainbow colors.
Right.
Yes.
In a circle, they were slowly twirling.
What I loved what you said and shared, Gail, which just a new discovery that I've learned about the Father is that, you know, he takes delight in us and is delighted when we're delighted, as his glory is made manifest in our delight. And so that's often where we'll find him, is in the joy and delight in things that we love. And I love that that's what you were led is, you know what, it was almost like it was that clean palette. You can go, you have the freedom to go where you want, and you chose what delighted in you, and you shared that other people have had, it's almost like it was a portal. Other people have had encounters with it when you did it. And that was the delight of his heart. And you were delighting in him. It's that. So I sensed it since you shared that at the beginning, that I almost wondered if this ascension wasn't going to be about delight and joy.
Yeah.
And when I paint that, and I've painted it several times, mostly live, and I paint it live because during the worship time, I don't have to engage my mind. I just flow, and I paint with my fingers when I do that, and it has something from heaven that remains because my mind is not involved. I'm not trying to make it look like something. In fact, the most powerful time I ever painted live, I was at the back of a room of mostly Black Pentecostals, and I thought I was finished. And then I had one little canvas left, and I felt like the Lord said, go up and just throw some yellow paint on it. And I did literally throw it on. and it was no mental gymnastics. No pride could be taken.
Yeah.
And I heard the woman next to me say, I have never felt him like that.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that.
Ooh, that's awesome. Mm. Mm.
You know, and I just wrote that scripture, I think yesterday, those who, or maybe even this morning in my journal, because of the hummingbirds, that those who delight themselves in the Lord, he will give them the desires of their heart.
Mm.
Mm.
I'll put that on our messenger chat. Psalm 37:4.
Mm. Thank you, Jill.
Okay, you're welcome.
I just feel like, I know I came in late, but I feel like one of the themes of this is, are you willing to let me blow you out without control? Are you willing to let me release you and you'll be turned head over heels, but won't it be fun?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like that. It's just another shakeup of our logic, right?
Yeah.
I was asking him about the shofar, just the significance of that visual he
Yeah.
gave me. And he said, you know, you'll be triumphant in whatever you do.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Mm.
I'm wanting to move further in this shofar too, but I feel like I'm kind of in, like I haven't moved. it's not a bad thing. It's just,
No, me too. Me too. I'm just kind of in that place, just asking him about it, because it's just
yeah.
a place of stillness,
Uh-huh.
kind of floating. I'm not really seeing a lot this ascension. I'm hearing more.
Yeah.
And I was just asking him, and I sensed that it was almost like he was teaching us
Yep.
how to create the next season for ourselves. Like, are you willing? Are you having joy? Do you delight in me? Are you, just kind of almost like he's speaking. It's about words. It's like, that's why you got that bubble at first. At least that's what it's saying to
Yeah.
me. That it's like, hey, pay attention to the words, of what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, because he's just speaking to us.
Mm.
Mm.
I do feel slightly intoxicated in this place.
Yeah,
I have to say.
That's awesome.
I'm with you.
A bit bubbly.
Bit bubbly. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I feel really rested, just really just at peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, oh, I'm seeing an angel with a very long broom, and he's sweeping up the mess on earth.
Okay. Yes,
Oh,
there must be a very long broom.
it's a really long broom because he's with us, or I don't even know if it's
Yes.
he's with us. So that's significant that he's with us. But this broom is sweeping up a great big mess on earth. I'm wondering if it's all the chaos that's going at the moment in the with the riots.
I don't know.
Yeah.
More will be revealed.
Yeah.
What struck me about that too is, remember in the beginning we saw a very long ladder. Kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's somewhere, which is anywhere. Just
Yeah.
in the future.
In the future, back in time.
Because there is no time in heaven. Oh man. Mm.
I sense to propose the question in this moment, what's the first thing that comes in your heart? And you don't even have to share it. But the Father is sending this hummingbird to me, and he's hovering over me. He sat in the tree, and he released a sound over me. And I felt
Mm-hmm.
like I should share it, that each one of us right now in this moment, the Father's speaking something to you in your heart. And make note of it.
Mm.
You know, I something that just sort of crossed my mind, and we tell me what you guys think, but I almost feel as if in this place, you know, part of this thing is about actually creating things and just speaking that out in this realm that we're in. And I mean, like mine is a little on the personal side. So what I would do is I would turn off my mic and speak it out.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
do
Good.
you guys resonate with that?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Okay. So
I like
I am going to mute for a minute, but you guys, you know, do it however you want. If you want to mute too, that's fine. So let's take a minute here.
Okay. Thank you.
So I actually want to declare a scripture. It's Habakkuk 2:14. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
I love that. I love that scripture.
Beautiful. Mm.
I also just wanted to say that when I did speak that out, I saw ribbons of color. It was like I was on the outside of this shofar tube, and I was looking and I could see inside, and I saw like these ribbons of color coming out, you know, of my mouth.
Beautiful.
Wow, that's awesome.
I can see that actually.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I just share the colors of those things too. They were to me pink, blue, and yellow, and so for me, you know, those colors are significant.
Mm.
I see that angel um, again getting ready to blow on the shofar, like just to move us slowly through this realm we're in, or
Mm.
and this creative meeting may be um, one of those things where we build on each one, you know, precept by precept, or you know what I'm saying, under line upon line. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I just, that went through my mind, so I just thought I would share that.
Yeah.
So Justin Abraham shared on his time and space video, do you know that when you look at a light wave, when you just look at it, it turns to a particle? It's all about being in the future. I was looking back at my notes because I took notes. He says, you're above all things outside of time, above all parts. You're above the sun. You're not in times and seasons anymore as a son. You are called to govern them. What the eye hooks into multiplies. Philippians 4:8. What you see, you can possess. He said, if you can hook into the future, you get to be a part of it. Power flows through honor. Move in infinite knowledge. You have the mind of Christ. The way you think determines the world you see. Set your mind on things above. It's Isaiah. Look to the heavens above, then look to the earth below. But what the thing that really resonated with me is he said, when you go to a different environment, you receive a resonant frequency from that place.
Oh yeah.
So I felt like that was important to share here.
Yeah.
That's really good.
This, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I really like this place that we're in. has a great vibe to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I sense all the spirits of the Lord are here, like all the colors of the rainbow, as Gail had brought that in. I really
Mhm.
sense that this is such a place of, I just started to pray in the spirit, and I heard the Lord say there's a healing frequency here. So if you need healing, just receive it in this place.
Mm.
When he showed me the colors of the rainbow, and he reminded me the first time he told me a long time ago, it was interesting that he said to raise your hands, and when you raise your hands, Jessica, imagine ribbons of rainbow light coming out from them and swirling all over the room. Wherever you are, I want you to release that. So I just raise my hands when I go places and imagine like
Yeah.
ribbons of the rainbow light are just being released, and I really felt like it had to do with healing. But it could be anything. It's creative, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
Many forms of creativity. Yes. You know, I got a picture again of me spinning, and then um, it was almost like an atom spins. I mean, that's the pattern that I saw. Again, I was standing outside of the shofar watching what I was doing. Um, and then I thought I heard him say, you know, Jill, all movement has color. And I thought, really?
Wow. I think the movement is the activation, the vibration. I sense that it's like, what I get a sense of is it's like Jill, you were the one who was moving, and it's like, as sons of God, it's like we're not solid, but it's like this. The only way I can describe what I sense him saying is it's like we're solid in Him. We're like, you know, we're the creator energy. And everything around us, as we move, as we speak, as the sound is released, as we paint, like what Gail did, we're activators. We're activating, or it's like the explosive thing I saw when we broke through that barrier. Like when we hit a particle, it explodes. It cascades into light. I don't know how to explain that. I just sense that I feel like he's trying to infuse in us like the understanding of how powerful we are as creator. I know in other ascensions we've had, he wanted to talk to us about co-creating with him. And I think, you know, I think
This
that
is right. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I have a URL I've been saving, and I still don't know when it's going to be time to use it, but it's called creativelightarts.com. And
That's awesome.
and I think it's just exactly what you're saying. We are light. We are catalysts wherever we are. Things happen.
That's it.
Yes, I love that word. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's a good word.
I remember this was probably 5 years ago. My husband totaled our car and we had to get a new one. And I was really at peace about it because Patrick had done a stupid thing and he was unharmed, and the girl he ran into was unharmed, and it was like, okay, well, we'll get a new car. And so while we were at the dealership, this man came in and he needed prayer for something, for a home. And I said, can I pray for you? And I gave him some sort of, just a little prayer you would do in a room. And then when we went back to talk to the man to actually get the car, he said, he closed his door and he said, are you the woman who prayed for Dan? And I said, yeah. He said, oh, because he came back and he told everyone that a woman just prayed for me, and now I want to be a better man. And everybody in this dealership is afraid of you. They don't want to go near you because they don't want to be better men.
Wow.
And I think we carry so much more than we know.
Yeah. I love that. We are a catalyst. Yeah, yeah. Good.
So I don't know if anybody else did, but I'm a definition girl. So I looked up catalyst, a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change.
That's it. That's it. Bingo.
A person or a thing that precipitates an event. Wow. That's really powerful. I'm going to screenshot this and put it in our.
Yes, I was just going to ask you that.
Do you guys, do you ever listen to Chris Blackaby?
Yes.
I really, really love him. And one of the things the Lord told him was the sons of God must walk the earth. They must walk. And that does stuff. We walk the earth and stuff happens.
That's good.
Oops, we lost Linda. Wonder if her battery went out.
I actually need to go. I need to go, but I've really enjoyed this.
Hey, Gail, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having it. It's been a pleasure. It's been a while since I did this.
So nice to meet you, Gail.
So nice to meet you. Thank you. I'll keep an eye out for your next one.
Okie doke.
Okie doke. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Be blessed.
You too.
Do you know how to leave the meeting, Gail?
Gail's driving back.
What, Diane, what'd you say?
Gail's asking back.
There she goes. Okay. There you are, Linda.
Sorry, I hit a button and sorry about that.
No worries.
it was as soon as you spoke about lead no that we are on the earth doing what did you say? Something about what we're doing on the earth.
To walk the earth. The sons of God are to walk the earth. Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you going to make a comment about it, Linda?
I'm pretty much I'm just out there. I'm not able to really I'm just really still out there.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Sorry. Usually I'm really engaged, but for some reason I'm not able to. I'm with you, but I'm not with you. I'm sorry.
I want to say one more thing that just a quote from that time and space. It says, "You are children of light from a kingdom of light with an armor of light, and you are the light of life. You're life-giving spirit. You don't just have life, you give life." And I just felt like that's kind of what Gail gave to that man, you know. We don't know how it's going to come or manifest, but, you know, she made a mention of that, you know, we are light and as the catalyst. So I thought that was pretty fitting.
Yeah, where was that you read it from?
That was from the time and space video that
Okay.
Justin Abraham did. I'll copy and put it on our little thing. But yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Linda, I felt like it just keeps coming up. So I just want to say to take a note of the song that you were singing when the birds appeared. There's something in that. It keeps coming back around. So I figured I'd just finally put it out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know which specific song I think you said that you were singing and worshiping at that time. And I don't know if you know which one it is. The Lord can bring it to your memory.
Oh no,
There
I've
was
got it on
something
the
that
I've got it on my live because I was at the time I was doing a live video for my platform there, and I'll go back and have a think about what it was. I can't think of it right now. What is it?
Yeah, I think there's just like in this place, there's just there's so much openness and freedom.
Yeah.
For the creativity, and it always comes from the place of rest and in delighting in the Lord. And so I think he's just giving you that. I feel like this is a space that he's giving us, a realm that we can enter into when creating with him.
Yeah.
Like we'll want to come back here and speak in this realm, release a sound.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's really good, Jessica.
I love you all. I'm going to have to go. They just came out and told me dinner's ready. So
okay,
I'm going to have to go, but I'll be excited to hear the end of all this and how it all wraps up. Love you.
Have a good
Love
time.
you. Take care.
You too. Take care.
Thank you.
You know, I feel like honestly, this is probably a good place for us to close for tonight. I feel like we did get a lot of stuff, and I really don't want to like rush through it or anything. You know, I feel like these are things we need to savor.
Yeah.
So you guys okay with that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds great.
Okay. So let me just seal this ascension. So Father, we just thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for this time we spent with you.
Yeah.
There's so much here, Father, and we will soak in this and
Yeah.
and seek your counsel on these things that you've shown us. And Father, I
Mm.
know that we all look forward to the specific mandate, this specific journey that you are walking with us. You have invited us to walk with you. So I
Yeah.
seal this ascension with the blood of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Jesus. Amen. That was awesome. Thank